Passenger forgets that he has a grenade in his bag? Oh, the anxieties of going back to work. Gilligan? Batman? Brady Bunch? Let's talk. All this next on Cabin Pressure with Sean and G.
Prepare for takeoff.
Hey everyone, welcome. This is Cabin Pressure.
What's up, everybody? We're in the house.
You know, I knew it was going to be a little bit different this week.
A little bit different.
A little bit different.
Got to try everything. I was trying to think about like I wanted to do with a bark. What's up, everybody?
Either that or bruh.
No.
Not
Bra was
bruh.
last year. Old. That's old news now.
What's going on, man?
Oh, nada, man. I just trying to catch up with life here, trying to get geared up back and getting ready to go back to work and doing all my stuff that I got to do. You know, my training and stuff. And put needles in my eyes right now, doing all this training.
That's right. I'm going to see you back on the plane.
That's right. Like trying to gear it all up and try to get that mode of like doing work and all that stuff. But I just got my schedule for next month and then talk about suck. I mean, 35 years doesn't get you shit.
Especially where we're based at, don't get you shit.
Shit. Yep. And I was, for some reason, I always have seniority in this business is everything. So like one little bit of seniority makes a huge difference. And there's 4 months between me and Gary.
Okay.
And between us two, like every month when I really need something off and he's got a bid too at the same time, because he normally takes leaves and stuff and tries to not fly.
Right.
It's like he gets that line and I get shit on. Like every day, I'm like, it's the shit line, right?
And what's even funnier is that you're such good friends with Gary, and you're like, damn,
yeah, you know, like,
took the thing away from me again.
I know, and he knows he's not going to fly one thing, but he got the line that was the, every other day Fort Lauderdale turns or morning turns, and then I got 4-day weekends, 1 days every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Welcome to the bullshit.
Yeah. And then to top it off, I got evening turns, which is total like the anticipation, like the anxieties that are already happening before this flying, because I know flying into Florida during spring, nothing, you're just
backed
asking
up,
for
man.
trouble,
It's
man.
backed up.
You're like, the storms are happening. You know, the shit show's already been starting to spread everywhere.
It's 2 words, Sean. Jacksonville Center. Right?
You blame everything on Jacksonville.
It is. Listen, ask Carol. Every damn way you've been at home healing.
Right.
My ass has been out there flying.
Right.
And every day I got that plane out 10, 15 minutes early. And we sat up there on the damn runway for 20 freaking minutes because of Jacksonville Center.
I know.
It slows it down.
I'm not looking forward to it. It's like, it's
a big bucket of suck, Sean.
A big bucket of suck coming my way. But anyways, and then that's going to give us more to talk about, right?
Yeah, I hope so. At least you're going to be with some crews and you're going to get something said to you. So.
Yeah. The other thing I've been doing too is that my niece has I think I talked about this before, where we do a little pen pal thing with my niece and I made up a story for him and all this stuff. Well, this time my niece, she's 8 years old, and she's finally sent us a letter. It took a long time for her to send me a letter, but she sent a letter, but she's super into reading and all this stuff. So I decided that I was going to make up a story, because she's like into Harry Potter and she loves like unicorns. And so I did this whole little exercise where I put all this shit together. And the one thing that like her and her sister does a lot is burp and fart.
I can't wait to hear this.
So what I did was I went in and I've used ChatGPT and assisted me, and I put in all this like stuff, these parameters and stuff. And so between ChatGPT and me like going back and forth and tweaking like things that I want and everything, I'm creating this huge story. So I got a 13 chapter book right now going on about this,
burping and farting.
No, it's actually about this unicorn and called Stinky Corn, because my 8-year-old niece, one of her big things is that she always has stinky feet. And so the unicorn has stinky hooves. And so she's in the glittery and all this stuff. She's the girly and all this stuff. So Stinky Corn's the main character. And then there's this whole thing that she has all these side characters and stuff. So anyways, I've been working on that. That's kind of fun and stuff, getting that all together. And my wife's like, it's supposed to be a pen pal thing. I'm like, well, I'm just going to attach this book to it too.
Stinky Corn.
Well, she's going to get a kick out of it, but
that's
I think the whole family's going to get a kick out of it because it's funny, because the whole thing was written. I made it really, funny and comical and kid friendly, and it's super imaginative. So
I can see it now. The Adventures of Stinky Corn.
Stinky Corn. Yeah. Syndicate that. Yeah. Let's make that. I'm all for it. Let's make amusement parks about it. Let's do everything.
Exactly. It's a Stinky Corn ride.
That's right. You'll be going around corners and like whoosh some bad smells in your face and stuff. Yeah.
Hey, you remember Curious George, man? I mean, they had a monkey.
Yeah.
Why can't they have a Stinky Corn?
Stinky Corn. But who knows, man? You never know when these things take you, whatever. But yeah, it's pretty amazing. That stuff. AI right now is just like, for people that don't know, and people have not really sat down and used this, which is millions of people. They don't understand like how fast things are moving right now. Like there's so much AI in the world right now, and so many things that are happening with AI. If you're not using AI right now in your business, or you're not using AI in your life, I mean, you're missing the train, because it's moving so quick that people just don't realize, wow, there's a lot of stuff going on that, you're just not going to, if you wanted to start up a business right now and you don't use AI, I don't think you can get going.
Truthfully, before you actually introduced me to it, I had no idea. I mean, yeah. I can understand how people don't, but you're right though. It's amazing. I mean, when you type something in there, the AI, just what you get back is amazing.
Yeah, I think like the future, like I'm super excited. Maybe I'll be able to live it long enough to experience all this stuff. Like when you see these movies and like the reality of our envisions, our imagination, like those things are all coming to fruition in our lifetime. Like we grew up with Star Trek. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And so Star Trek, there's so many things that are in Star Trek that we saw when we were kids. We were like, that would be so cool, to be able to call, from the ground to space and stuff like that. And we're doing it today, that's just normal.
Remember the guy, the flying suit that they had? That's like nothing now.
Right. I mean, all that stuff, but that was like the inception of the vision of these technologies. And that's what's so cool about this whole experience with AI and stuff. Like you're taking these like very imaginative people and then you're putting it together with a computer, and then together there's like, it's going in places that we've never even imagined.
So we can look forward to the Adventures of Stinky Corn.
I hope so, man. Anything, me, anything to make a buck.
I thought it was a great idea.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's pretty funny.
We'll see. I'm going to the initial book here is I'm going to do that, and I'm just going to I'm going to try to get an AI cover of Stinky Corn. So I'll figure that out. And when I do it, I'll let you.
I'm telling you, you could have a little adventure of Stinky Corn.
Right.
That'd be something. I mean, little kids love unicorns.
Oh yeah. Stinky Corn with their buggy. He's got a farting, belching frog. And
next thing you know, me and you will be wearing Stinky Corn shirts.
Yeah, and there's a burping, farting fairy. And that was all kinds of stuff.
Did you just sit there and say there's a burping, farting fairy?
Yeah, I'm not talking about a flight attendant in a back alley.
So you got Stinky Corn and a burping, farting fairy.
Yeah, they're all.
And what's the fairy's name?
Oh, the fairy's name. I'm trying to. I knew you were going to ask me that. I don't have it off the top of my head. I've been like thinking about. There's so many different characters in this thing. I can't remember.
I can't wait for this one.
You'll get it.
I can't wait. I'm just telling you, I can't wait.
So what's been going on with you?
Nothing. I in the house though. You forgot who our special guest was.
Oh, we got a guest in the house in the studio.
It was Bring Your Kid to Work Week.
Okay.
Well, I don't have any kids in the house anymore, so she is my kid.
Yeah,
it's Gemma.
Gemma's in the house.
Gemma is my 3-pound Yorkie. She's actually 3.4 pounds, but she's a girl, and girls don't talk about their weight, so she's 3 pounds. But no, she came to work with me today.
Yeah, that's cool. Gemma's just chilling, relaxing in your lap over there. And you know what? For those of you that are out there that seen Gemma on our Facebook page, Gemma's been about twice the size she was. Yeah, I mean she's grown quite a bit.
Yeah, she is, but she's actually a real sweetheart, and brought her today with me. But anyway, I was outside. It's gorgeous out today. Dude, absolutely gorgeous.
It is beautiful out today, and I had like the work crap going on. Like today's our trip trade day, so we're like trying to get the schedule together, and this is going back to work crap again. And so I was stuck inside this morning doing all that crap, and I should have been golfing. That's what I should have been.
That's the first thing I thought when I came over is you and Carol were golfing. But anyway, I was at the gym, got my gym workout in, and then came home and got my yard work done. So the yard work is done. So that was good. Yeah, beautiful outside though.
Yeah, I was watching the guy cut the lawn today. It was pretty interesting.
Every time we talk about this, see, Sean lives on a golf course and people cut his lawn.
Right.
And I got to do my own shit.
Yeah, I don't need to be wasting time. If I'm going to be out doing something, I need to be outdoors golfing.
Hey, I got to tell you something though. This past week, we had talked about before. You did a class on sitcoms, right?
And I did it was the history of television is what the class was, which was super, super interesting because it like literally started from the time where TVs first came into the home, that commercial, like what drove that and the technology behind that and stuff. And then we literally got into, the dynamics of, how they started, the different first shows, because, a lot of people don't understand that TV started from radio. So like the radio, everybody in America and the world around, all over the world used to sit around radios and listen to these shows, which were just acted out. And it was like the early podcasts, right?
Well, do you remember
original podcast?
Okay. Do you remember A Christmas Story?
Right.
When he had this super decoder ring, and he had to wait for that special message from Annie, or what was it?
Yeah.
And then he went in there, it was Ovaltine.
Ovaltine. Yeah, you're right. Exactly.
That was classic, man.
So then,
that's exactly what you were just talking about.
Yeah. So the cool thing about this class was that it kind of like took you through from that beginning all the way to today's world and how much TV has changed. And I know you were like in the back alley recently talking about shows, right?
We were talking about all kinds. If you guys remember, I don't know what your age is, but we were talking about a lot of the shows that we used to watch when we were kids with the family shows that we used to watch all the time. So what I did was this past week, anyone that I came across, I was like, okay, tell me the show that you used to watch, you used to love to watch. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to talk about some of these old shows that we used to watch as kids.
Yeah, it was, the cool thing, and going back to this class I took about TV and all that stuff, is that these shows of like over our lifetime have like, evolved from the beginning. It was this radio shows that were out there that they tried to make into TV shows. And then some translated, some didn't. And then some of the, the dynamics and the, what would you say? The ethics of life of that time were being portrayed on TV. So, and I'm not trying to be, like talk about racism and all this stuff, but, it was white men that controlled the TV. Right. So you got a lot of white men programs. And then the depictions of anybody else that was not a white person was very bad on TV. And I mean, if you Google this and look at like some old shows, they actually had to ban a couple of shows and took them off air because they were so bad, I mean, like the first show that was Amos and Andy.
Yeah.
And it was about, these black people, but every black character in the show, they were either a thief, a criminal, they were bad.
Really?
They lied. Yeah. I mean, if you go back and look at it, they actually removed a show from TV because it was so bad. But in today's world, you'd be like, that wouldn't even happen. Like that type of show could not even, get off the ground here because of so much of, everybody recognizing and how the world's changed. And a lot of that culture has been weeded out of the world right now, right? And we're becoming a more open world and the laws have changed and it's more equal and all that stuff. So,
well, because of those shows, though, we had talked about this. So because of the shows, why do you think that it's changed so much?
As far as the shows goes?
Yeah, why has it changed? I mean, what changed?
So technology has a big thing to do with it. I mean, technology has impacted it. So the invention of TV, it came on. So we started off with radios and then we went to TV and TVs came in and this is our only entertainment device in America. So like when we grew up as kids, we all, mom and dad or whoever went to work, kids went to school, we all came home, we ate dinner, sat down, watched our TV shows in the evening. So the evening sitcom became a big, huge thing. And that's what we remember as a kid is the evening sitcoms, right?
Yeah, the family.
Yeah. So the family and all that stuff. But then technology starts jumping into that and the internet gets involved. And so now the internet took our attention away from that time. So that it was that time suck that just started going in different directions. So now we are able to go into whatever direction we want with our entertainment. And so that whole nucleus of the family coming home and doing this thing and sitting down and having dinner together and watching a TV show together, it just started dissipating. I mean, not to say that it doesn't go on today. I mean, there's a lot of people that are out there that still goes on today. It just depends on your values and how you run your house and all that stuff. But technology has taken us away from all that stuff.
But I think you're correct, though, in that, too, that the nucleus of the family, I don't think it's there that much anymore. I really don't. I don't think it's there. I mean, if you listen to a lot of people talk, I don't think it's there. And I think that we are fortunate in a way. I know that we dealt with different things, of course, but I think we are fortunate in a way that we have that nucleus of family.
Yeah. So, I think that, in this last, I want to get political and everything here, but in this last election, America's kind of like screamed out here. And there's so many religions out there that are driving this to like different beliefs, the core beliefs and core values systems that are really driving. And there's a starvation and a want in America right now of wanting to get back to that, like to get back to having that what we grew up with, right?
Right.
Like having that core family, that family time, sit down, have dinner and all that stuff. I mean, there's a lot of families that just don't sit down and have dinner anymore unless that's a value in your family that you're supposed to do.
All right. So when we start going through these shows and we start discussing a little bit on each, we're going to touch a little bit on each of these shows, see if you guys can remember before we actually say some of the answers, and see if you can remember the certain cast members' names, little things that we were talking about. And then I'm going to ask Sean some of these questions and see if he remembers.
Right. I mean, this is just a little walk down memory lane with all these sitcoms and stuff, because these are the things that we talk in the galley about. We spend our time kind of like when we do have time to talk and, chatting about, things like this.
And just see if one of these shows is what you used to watch too, because all these shows was just examples of different flight attendants, different pilots that shows that they watched when they grew up. And some of them we knew, some of them we maybe seen, but we really didn't know.
Yeah, like your family didn't watch it. Like it wasn't one of your core shows that your family watched.
Yeah, I knew it was on, but that was about it.
Sure.
So,
sure.
All right, so let's get started. Number 1, Brady Bunch.
Yeah, man. The Brady Bunch is it's so funny because like the Brady Bunch was like, it's the picture of that, of things that were changing. Like, TV had that was one of the first big changes in TV, that the nuclear family of mom staying at home, dad going to work and all that stuff. All of a sudden now you've got this, divorced family that has now come together and became a family. That was kind of that was like cutting edge right back then, like, whoa, you're going to make this a show about two divorcees.
The best part of the Brady Bunch.
What's that?
Everybody remembers the Brady Bunch theme.
Right.
Here's a story of a lovely lady.
That's right.
Right? I mean, I don't care who you were. You remember the beginning of the Brady Bunch. We could probably just sing the whole thing, but we ain't going to. But we could sing the whole thing. Okay, so Sean, characters, go ahead.
Bobby was one of them, and
The little one.
Yeah, and then there's Jan and Peter, and that's pretty much my memory going south. I mean, I know
Not
there's
a Brady
6 of
Bunch
them.
person.
I know there's like
you got Greg. Yeah, you got Cindy, Janet, right? Mike and Carol.
Janet, Mike, Carol.
Now, do you remember the maid?
The
Alice.
maid, Alice. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
folks. Here's a couple for you now. Who was Alice's boyfriend? What was his name and what was his job, Sean?
Dude, tell me.
Alice's boyfriend's name, Sam Job Butcher. Sam the Butcher.
Sam the Butcher.
Sam the Butcher, man.
You know what it looks like? Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Okay, yeah. I think we're going to hear a lot of that today.
Yeah, I mean, when you talk about these people and stuff, you can actually like picture them in your mind. Like, I definitely see her like walking around the house in her like apron and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's wild.
And then dog's name.
They had a dog.
This is the number one thing that everybody gets wrong.
What's that?
The
dog's name. What's it? I have no idea. What's the dog?
Tiger.
Tiger.
The dog's name's Tiger.
Man. So you know what? The Brady Bunch was one of my shows that we watched as kids, and it wasn't a family show for us. Like it was like more of a kids show, like we watched versus the whole family sitting down. Was it like that for you?
Oh yeah. I mean, like I said, that Brady Bunch was a staple in our house. But there was like certain episodes that were hilarious. And one that where Jan always goes, Marsha.
Marsha. Because that's the famous line.
Marsha. Jan's head spinning around because he's like doing this crazy scene. But the other one I remember, this was really good. Marsha had got a modeling job. Okay. And in a modeling job, she was told to lose weight, get her teeth capped, get her hair cut, and get breast implants. Now, she slapped the person for one of those, Sean. Which one was it?
I would think breast implants.
No, it was cutting her hair.
Cutting her hair.
Marsha's hair.
Cut Marsha's hair.
You don't cut Marsha's hair. You got to be kidding me.
First of all, you wouldn't even talk to a gal that's in today's world like that, right?
Yeah, she used to brush her hair in front of that mirror and tell her how beautiful she was. Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah. There was a lot of vanity in that show.
All right, man. We're on to the next one.
One of the next ones.
Gilligan's Island.
Oh, now Gilligan was definitely a family show. Like we all watched Gilligan. I don't think there was an episode of Gilligan that I didn't watch. Like I remember all kinds of episodes of Gilligan because it was like you even got to repeat Gilligan, like, oh yeah, I seen this, but we would still sit there for 30 minutes and watch the show. Right.
Now, did you know the original trip was 6 hours, not 3? Because it was a 3-hour tour.
It was a 3-hour tour.
I love those, man. We always remember, right? Sit right back and you hear a tale.
Yep. The tale of a fateful trip.
See?
Yeah.
One thing, everybody
here's the thing too that's been lost in this whole, in sitcoms and family sitting down with sitcoms is that nobody knows that, like, there's no jingles like that anymore.
Nope.
Like you don't like, nobody remembers a jingle. There's a few shows out there that there's like theme songs that we can recognize, but there's nothing that we're like singing along with.
Right. And especially you remember this long.
Right. No way.
All right. So cast.
Well, there was the captain.
Right.
No,
it's not captain. He's a skipper.
Oh, the skipper. Yeah. They always referred to him as the skipper, but do you know what his real name was?
No.
Captain Jonas Grumby.
Really?
That was his real name.
Well, I'm impressed with you now.
There you go.
Just a little impressed. All right.
Yeah, so then there's a professor.
But it still was skipper.
Yeah, you always refer to him like skipper. So Gilligan, the skipper, there's a professor, Marianne, Ginger. I like a ginger.
Ginger was one of the hottest things out.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, everybody liked the ginger.
Yeah.
and then of course Thurston Howell the Third
and Lubby.
Yeah, I can never always forget that guy because I think I was telling you about when I first got hired. I had that guy that talked like him. That was my roommate.
Right.
Like he's always in my head.
Okay, what was the boat?
The boat.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was a good
Name of the boat.
I don't know.
SS Minnow.
Yeah, SS Minnow. Man, that was right in front of my SS Minnow for sure.
All right, now we are going to one of the ones that today would be one of the most controversial shows that would be on air.
What was that?
All in the Family.
Oh, hell yes. the stuff that was said in that show, like, I mean, first of all, to have a show about a white bigot, is like, like you're like, okay, I don't think that would go over in today's world.
No, there's too many butthurt people, Sean.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I mean, I gotta, you gotta call it. There's too many butthurt people.
Yeah.
I mean, they won't find comedy in some things. Some things are just funny.
Yeah, I mean, it was so funny because he was like so blatant about who he was and what he was. Like he was just like, this is how it is. Did
you know what Archie did?
What he did?
Yeah, his job.
I thought he was a factory worker. Was
dock worker?
A dock worker. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Archie was a dock worker.
Yeah, Archie, Edith.
Yep.
The one I always remember is Meathead.
Michael.
Yep. Now I wouldn't remember Michael's name. I would remember it as Meathead.
Yeah, but that's what Archie called him.
Yeah. And then Gloria. Right.
Man, I'm pretty impressed, man.
Yeah. I mean, those are the big ones. And then the one thing I remember off the show is that the spinoff of that show is that the Jeffersons came out of that, and the Jeffersons were a dry cleaner family that they owned a dry cleaner business, whatever, that was in the show, and then that ended up spinning off to become Jeffersons.
All right, we're gonna get to the Jeffersons on the next one, but right now we're gonna stick with this. Having finished up with All in the Family. What was Gloria and Mike's child's name?
Their child?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Who knows?
You weren't getting away from it.
They were kind of like hippies in the show and stuff like that, so it could have been like Moonchild or something.
Yeah, wrong. It was Joey. Little Joey.
Okay, there you go.
All right, and then one more thing before we leave. Oh, actually, a couple of things. What was Archie's favorite name for Edith?
Oh. No, I can't remember her name.
You wouldn't hear it today because he called her a dingbat.
Oh, dingbat.
You would not see a sitcom.
My dad used to always
call his wife a dingbat all the time.
He'd call us dingbats and stuff. Like, it's funny how like sitcoms and stuff, like the verbiage and the vernacular of the day comes from sitcoms and stuff. And my dad used to always be like, "You dingbat." Like.
Now, do you remember how Edith always called Archie? Oh, Archie.
Oh my gosh.
I love that one.
These are so crazy.
All right, let's go to the Jeffersons.
Jefferson, moving on up.
George, man.
Yeah.
George, man. He was like he would be that little dance that he did.
I can mimic that dance, but I do remember him always like doing that little shuffle dance.
That little shuffle dance, his feet shuffle.
Yeah. The Jeffersons were like the cool. So that to me was like the first, black family that was represented on TV that I thought was like, okay, this is somewhat fair, right? But here, like, I did some little bit of history, on this stuff. Even in that show, like, they still depicted things that were like negative towards black people in the show. Now, it was funny and stuff, but they always brought up like certain things, like, they were talking about the KKK. They were, they dropped the N-word in that show.
I remember that. Really? They did?
Yeah. If you look at reruns and stuff, like, it's there.
Now, I do remember George making fun of the white guy next door all the time.
Right. And the white guy next door. Now, that one. So here's an interesting thing about this show, too, that was a big identifier for my family was interracial couple that was on there.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. I mean, so like me, I'm an interracial child, and growing up in an interracial family like that, that biracial family, that wasn't being represented anywhere. And this was the first show that came out with something like that. And that was like scandalous.
Okay. What was the housekeeper's name? Do you remember?
Oh, dang it. I don't know, but you know what? Here's a interesting thing about that show. that housekeeper, she was like sassy as shit.
Oh my God.
I mean, she was like so funny. But I can't remember her freaking name. What was her name?
I can't remember it. I cannot remember it. I can see her face, but I can't remember her name. So we're both going to fail on this one.
Yeah. I don't know her name. But anyways, she was always giving George shit. Like she was like so sassy and wisecracking and stuff. She was cool. Yeah. So the neighbors, Helen and Thomas, was those interracial couple. And like that, for me as a kid, that was like a big, huge deal because I was like, wow, we're actually being represented on TV.
George did not give him a break at all.
No. He never gave him a break. I mean, he was always like, it was a show that he was always, that was the opportunity that he could like put down that white man, like it was basically what was happening. But
you know what I loved about that though? We'd laugh about it. You find humor and stuff. I mean, you don't need to get butthurt about everything, but it was funny. I mean, I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I thought the Jeffersons were
another interesting thing too about so when I took that history class on this TV and stuff, they talked about how TV represents the what is going on socially in the world at that time. And that was what was happening. The Brady Bunch, that intermixed family, coming together, divorce was a subject, interracial couples were a subject, now there was starting to get representation of different like cultures in TV, blacks, Hispanics, one that just popped in my head. And I know it's not on our list is Chico and the Man. Did you watch Chico and the Man?
I remember it now that you just said it, but I did not. No, I didn't.
Yeah. So when you started talking about these different subjects, like certain things, so then they had this Hispanic representation, but with their their devaluing representation along with it because it was controlled by a bunch of white guys, right? Not to say it was all racist, but that's just what it was at the time. But
he keeps looking at me like the white guy.
Yeah. You dude,
you white guy.
So the interesting that as TV kind of goes in time, like all this wild representation of like the real world was happening through TV, and so if you really look at it, like this was just the first beginning of like there was any, and when we grew up. Like you didn't see a gay person on TV ever.
No.
Right?
Nope.
Like that was football.
Nope.
Right?
Didn't see it.
Yep.
All right, let's get to the next one now.
Go ahead.
Now this one, I can't comment on this one because I really didn't watch, but it was one that was Maude.
Yeah, that was one of the spinoffs from Archie Bunker and
Did you ever watch that one?
Family. Yeah, I watched a little of it. It wasn't my jam show or anything. I know my mom watched it, but it was like, she was fun, she was funny, she was sassy and all that stuff. But Maude wasn't one of my thing, but it was a big show back then.
Yeah, I remember the show, just didn't watch it. All right. Now this one you did, Love Boat.
Oh, hey, the Love Boat.
Exciting and new.
Yeah. You
climb aboard. Yeah, Captain Stewart.
We're expecting you. Yeah.
Not exactly a night singer.
No. Singing is not our forte, but you might hear us singing a little bit today.
But we remember the songs though.
But the songs, the jingles, the jingles of the jam. Yeah. Like everybody watching this, they'll watch it. They're singing too along with us.
All right, so you got Captain Stewart. You got Gopher.
Gopher for sure is Isaac.
Isaac, was the bartender.
The bartender.
Doc.
Doc. That's right. Doc. Yeah. Doc. Julie, the cruise director. Right.
I reference Julie a lot because whenever I fly in a wide body plane and I'm the load position, I'm usually Julie, the cruise director out front, telling people where in the hell to go.
My
ass is usually Julie.
You're calling out your age to the whole.
Well, it is. I know, but I still call it. All right, and then the daughter's name, and this is the one that kind of stumped me.
I totally clueless. Like who I can remember some of the main characters,
and I'm pausing for a minute. So if you guys remember this and see if it's running through your head before I tell you now that it was Vicky.
Yeah. Vicky. She didn't have a huge role in the show.
She just ran around the damn boat.
Yeah, she was always running around the boat. Like I can imagine just growing up on a boat, right?
Yeah. No, I can't. All right, this one's kind of fun. I remember this one. Fantasy Island.
The plane.
We're going to get in trouble for that one.
Yeah. The plane. mean, yeah.
Mr.
you know
Rourke.
what? Mr. Rourke, or Ricardo Montalban.
And then we're talking about the plane,
Yeah.
tattoo.
Yeah, tattoo and all that stuff. Like how many? That was one of the coolest shows because it was always like a revolving guest that was on there.
Yeah.
There was always three new guests, that came to the island, and
You couldn't wait next week to see
who's coming next week and what's the story going to be and all that stuff. But
tattoo be running around in his little white jacket.
an interesting thing about like Love Boat and Fantasy Island and stuff, like they've reinvented those and made them into like movies and shows over the time, like ever since the original show that we grew up. And I couldn't tell you one of the actors from any of the remakes and stuff, but you could definitely, it was a popular show to be remade.
All right, man. Next one. This is one of my favorites. Good Times.
Dynamite. JJ Walker, man. You got it.
James Evans Sr.
Yeah. These are James Evans Sr. and Florinda. Yeah,
Michael.
Michael. Thelma. This is also I don't know, what was her
Janet played Penny.
Penny.
Yeah. Remember she paid Penny, Janet Jackson.
Yeah. So Janet Jackson was in the show as Penny. And yeah.
And they dealt with a lot of things too, because back then, Michael wanted to join a gang, and then his dad, James, he made sure that shit wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
But see, that was, again, it goes back to the nucleus of the family, because they tried to do that. And I mean, and he was in.
Right. They're trying to shut down stereotypes too.
Yeah. And he was in a bad location, but there ain't no way in hell that his parents was going to let him join that gang. And that was kind of cool, because even back then it was like the dad stepped in and said, there ain't no way. And that was a pretty intense episode, because he told his son how much he loved him. And even though that, this was going on, there ain't no way in hell that he was going to lose him to a gang.
So, reflecting back on this thing, I really think that Good Times was like the first Cosby Show. It had all those, like, it was funny. It had those core values, family values tagged into it, trying to, give proper representation of an American black family. Right. And, it's just interesting to kind of like think back about that.
But the best part of that, it reminds you of James. Anytime that those kids needed to get straightened out, James taking off that damn belt.
Oh yeah, right. Reflecting the sign of the time, right?
Yeah, take that belt off, you're getting the ass whooped.
Yeah, my parents gave me ass whooping many a time.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure you got some.
I know. That's why I said everybody could relate to that, because they got their ass whooped with the belt.
Right.
I mean, it was just something they did. You didn't think that your parents are abusive. It was just a form of love.
And the classic line is what from your parents? This is going to hurt me more than it hurt you.
Yeah, than it hurt you. And I didn't believe that, Sean, because that shit hurt. It did not. I mean, I remember my mom couldn't get the belt fast enough. Do you know there's Hot Wheel tracks?
Oh,
them damn things are like 3 feet long, man. She could reach us across the room.
Yeah, I was beaten with my toys too.
It was just another thing that they could show their love with.
Yeah. I think my sister got hit. My mom hit her, or dad wanted to hit her with a Hot Wheel track, and like the track part, like went across her arm, like welted.
Oh, trust me, I had one in the back of my legs. But anyway, that was love.
Yeah.
What they call abuse now, parents back then called it love.
Love, right?
It's because I love you. All right, next one, Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah, Shamil, Shamazo, Hoffman Incorporated. Right. And for the longest time, I was like, what the hell is that? What are they saying? Like, I would like say it, not knowing like anything about these words and stuff. And I guess some of these words are Yiddish and all this stuff, and they mean like some different things and stuff. I was like, wow, that is right. But I mean,
you didn't really give a shit. You just sang along with it.
No. It was like the pump of the show, right?
Right.
Like as soon as you saw that, you're ready for them to dance and hold arms and sing the jingle, right?
All right, real quick. Laverne's favorite thing to eat?
Nope.
Scooter pies and Pepsi.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember the scooter pie?
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Scooter
Like,
pie and
it was like that
Pepsis.
crunchy little thing with that spongy thing in the middle. That was
Yep.
nasty.
Yeah.
I mean, it was.
So scooter pies are kind of like a moon pie
Yeah.
for some of those people that are out there that didn't know what a scooter pie is. But
If
moon
your
pie was
family
the
didn't
same
have no
thing.
damn money, that's what you ate because
There's still moon pies in the world.
It was cheap ass pies, I'm
Right.
sure. I mean, it was cheap ass pies. But okay, so the little sidekicks that were friends of Laverne and Shirley.
Lenny and Squiggy.
Oh, there you go, brother. You
know.
remember Lenny and Squiggy?
Yeah, and
All right.
then they had their other buddy that hung out with them too, Carmine.
Now, you
Right.
remember Carmine. Carmine
Right.
dated Shirley. Remember?
No, I didn't remember that.
He's the big ragu.
Yep, that was his name.
The big ragu.
Yeah.
All right, man. We are going on to this one. This one I love. This one and I know you already got a story about it. Happy days.
Sunday, Monday, happy days.
Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days.
Thursday, Friday, happy days.
Saturdays, what a day. See,
Yeah,
you got two old asses sitting there
the
singing these songs.
happy days is like, that was right there is like a slice of Americana. Like I remember my parents like, oh yeah, back in the 50s, this is how it was and all that stuff. It was like it was cool. And the lead character in the whole thing, the Fonz, right?
I was just sitting there thinking, it was really funny. Do you remember Dodgeball? That movie?
Yeah.
He does that little skit where he runs by and he goes, Joni loves Chachi.
Exactly.
They brought that back in to Dodgeball when he goes, Joni loves Chachi.
Yeah, I mean, there is the Happy Days was like such a staple in everybody's. I mean, I don't know of any family that didn't watch Happy Days.
Yeah, I know.
It was like everybody could relate to it. Didn't matter who you were.
Everybody loved the Fonz.
Yeah, you had Richie Cunningham, Joni, Potsy, Ralph.
Yep. Al.
Howard Cunningham.
Yep.
Yeah, all these characters that were like staples in that show that were just like so good. But here's my story about me running into the Fonz. I was like sitting in Denver airport one day and I was in the middle of a trip, sitting on some sit time. And you know how Denver airport has all the windows, you could sit in the chairs, just look out the windows there, look at the sky and all that. And I'm sitting there and I'm just chilling out. And some couple like sits down right behind me, back to me. And this dude starts talking. And, as soon as he opened his mouth, it was like instantaneously in my head, I'm like, oh shit, that's the Fonz. He's right behind me. Henry Winkler, he's behind me. Like, I turn around and I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, Henry Winkler. I'm like, and he's like, hi, how are you? And I'm like, I'm doing great. I'm like, hey, can we take a picture? And he's like, sure, come on over.
You got a picture of the Fonz.
Yeah, me and the Fonz.
Very
cool. I'll have to post that on our site. But,
all right, real quick. So we're going to have to go through these. But Fonzie's girl, the number one girl that he had, do you remember her?
No. All
right, you guys, see if you remember this one, Pinky Tuscadero.
Oh, Pinky Tuscadero.
Now, she was hot. Pinky was hot.
Pinky, so that Pinky Tuscadero, was that any relation to the Pinky that was in Greece?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
Because it wasn't her name Pinky Tuscadero?
That was I think that was, wasn't that the Pinkies or something like that?
No.
I don't remember.
The Pink Ladies was the game.
Pink Ladies.
Pink
There you go.
Ladies,
Yeah,
right.
good memory.
Right.
All right,
Anyways,
man. All right, we're off to the Beverly Hillbillies.
Beverly, let me tell you about a story about a man named Jed.
A poor mountaineer barely kept his family fed.
But then one day he was shooting at some coon.
Oh, you did not. Up from the ground came a bubbling crude.
Oil, that is.
Texas
Black gold,
tea.
Texas tea.
See,
Yeah.
we can sit there and talk about this one forever, man.
Right.
Because you had Granny, Jethro, Ed, Ellie Mae.
Granny was the best, man. I mean, her like always getting after everybody. Hitting
Her
people with
elixir.
her elixirs, hitting people with the broom. Granny pointing her finger at you. Like
All right, Ellie Mae, she was really good at one thing. What was that?
being hot.
Wrestling.
Oh yeah, wrestling. That's right.
She was a wrestler.
That's right. She come in her Daisy Dukes, and be,
and you'd be like, okay, let's wrestle. And then, okay, here's one too, is Jethro. His higher education. Now, do you remember what his higher education was?
Oh, I could not even imagine.
Yeah, you'll love this one. Ciphering.
Ciphering.
Yep, ciphering.
Ooh, how is he ciphering? He's not smart enough that he's ciphering.
He added, Sean, 1, not 2, 1, not 3. Do you remember that? He used to, and Jed would go, yeah, he's going to be a banker one day. He's really good at adding.
He's really good.
That boy's really good at adding. Yeah, he's ciphering. That's what Jethro did.
The
He was
stereotypes that came out of hillbilly culture,
I know we could talk about these all day.
It's unbelievable. Like what, people probably thought that was really how people were, I'm sure there might be people that resembled those people, but for the most part, come on.
All right, man. Little Rascals.
Little Rascals. Dude, first of all, doesn't it feel like when we were kids, like Little Rascals was a staple. Like all those like slap comedy, physical comedy shows were like the staple in our lives. That's what made us laugh.
Little Rascals was unbelievable. Just the characters in it. Spanky.
Yeah, Spanky, Alfalfa.
Darla. Stymie. I love Stymie. A little hat. Stymie had the coolest little hat.
I'm sorry, but the coolest cat in there was Buckwheat.
Buckwheat was the coolest cat. But Buckwheat and Spanky were really cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Stymie, though, had a really cool hat.
Yeah.
Now, something you guys might not have known, but there was a character named Porky, and then also he was replaced by a character. I think his name was Mickey. Now, believe this is funny. Do you know who played Mickey?
Mickey? No, I would have no clue. No clue.
Robert Blake.
Robert Blake.
Yeah, Robert Blake. Never would have guessed that in a million years, right?
No.
Robert Blake was actually Mickey. He replaced Porky in that. Yeah. But yeah, Little Rascals. I mean, you could talk about them all day, but we got so many things to go through real quick. So welcome back, Cotter.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yeah. All I can do is hear is Horshack's laugh. Like you're like,
oh yeah, but no. John Travolta.
Vinny Barbarino. Yeah. Vinny Barbarino.
Vinny Barbarino.
You got it.
And then you had Freddie Boom Boom Washington.
You got that.
And
Gabe Carter.
Yeah, Gabe. But who is the next one?
Oh, I don't know. Who's that?
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
You don't remember Juan Epstein?
Oh, Epstein. Yeah, Juan Epstein.
Now, okay, tell you real quick about something about this. Okay, before we go on to that, who out of all those, Sean, who was always writing a letter to Mr. Cotter about their kid?
About their kid?
Yeah. Do you remember?
No.
Seriously?
No. I'm
Epstein's
serious.
mother.
Epstein. Oh, yeah. Epstein would come in there and he'd like bring these like notes from mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he'd be reading it, lip reading as he's giving it to Mr. Cotter, and he goes, signed Epstein's mother.
Epstein's mother.
I can't believe you never read. Yeah. But something real quick. Now, this is what I didn't know about. They weren't going to air actually Welcome Back, Cotter, because there was a busing issue going on back then, and this was actually one of the very first interracial classrooms that was televised. And there was this whole busing issue going on in Boston, and they thought it was going to be a big problem because they already had protests and everything going on. But they went ahead and they aired the show and actually did a lot of good.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I was saying, like all these sitcoms and stuff was a reflection of the time and what was happening in a society. Like I could tell you, like my wife, she had a direct encounter with that busing thing when they first started integration of students and stuff. So they started bringing bringing black kids from the inner city of her little town that she was in and bringing them to it. And like they had riots and they had like all this stuff was going on. My wife was like totally oblivious to what was happening. But I mean, all that culture and all that different movement of the whole entire United States was happening at that time. And then to start a show like this, where you have an interculture, like all these different races in a classroom. I mean, it reflected that we can all get along, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, now we're going to go through a couple of these a little bit faster, and we're going to talk about the Muppets real quick. Just tell me your favorite Muppet.
Muppet, the animal.
Animal. Oh,
you
no.
know.
And without a doubt, Animal.
I mean, Animal. I mean,
But, you had to love Kermit the Frog.
there was, there's so many cool characters. I was looking at the Muppets and like, there's like 40 some.
The Swedish fish.
The Swedish fish.
chef.
Yeah, you got it. I mean, the Scooter, Beaker was my second one. I mean, but Gonzo was up there too. Like Gonzo was like crazy man. But all that stuff, like I loved the Muppets. The Muppet Show was just fantastic.
Like I say, well, you could do a whole show on just some of these.
Yeah, Henson was a freaking mastermind when it came to like putting this whole thing together. It was unbelievable. If you ever get a really good chance to like watch the history of Jim Henson, it is a super cool, interesting, like how these things came about and the gamble that they took on these Muppets.
I still love Animal.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's go to Sesame Street.
Sesame Street.
Your favorite one? Hurry up. What's your favorite one?
Favorite one? Oscar the Grouch for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Mine's Cookie.
I mean, Cookie. Like everybody likes Cookie.
I love Cookie.
Oscar, he was an asshole.
That's why you love him. It fits right in with you.
Right.
Exactly. Why?
He liked to complain about everything.
Oh shit! I know now. I know why. But you had to love Sesame Street. Wasn't that okay? Didn't they have the group on Sesame Street? Manamana.
Na 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 na
Manamana.
na 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 na.
Manamana.
Yeah,
I love Sesame Street.
I mean, like all those. It's funny because like the Sesame Street started first, and then Muppets came along after that,
right?
And characters from Sesame Street bled over into the Muppets. Like Big Bird was on the Muppets, and Kermit the Frog was on the Muppets.
Snuffleupagus.
Yeah, the Snuffleupagus
That nobody ever seen.
It's called
that was this big,
Snuffleupagus.
huge elephant-looking animal that hardly anybody could ever see.
Yeah, he'd come in, and Big Bird be like, "Where is he?
Where is he?
Where are you talking
I
about?
don't
He
see
was
a
just there."
Snuffleupagus.
Right, the Snuffleupagus. I love like these like made up, and then you can't forget like the count.
Oh,
1, 2,
3
bats.
3 bats. We've got 3 bats.
Yeah.
I did love the count.
I mean, it was so easy to like connect with each one of those things. They were like so much fun, and then the songs and stuff like like one of the songs that I remember from Sesame Street was. Did you remember that In and Out song? There's a song that went like in, out. That's what the song is all about. And it was like during the disco era time. And so then they're like go in the door, and then they're in the door. In the door.
If you can see him dancing right now. You're killing me, man. Oh my
Google it. You'll see it. You guys will be dancing to it. And you guys will be going in and out the door.
All right, let's go to Bewitched.
Bewitched,
Samantha.
man. Samantha. Tabitha.
Darren.
Darren.
Okay, here's just a quick one. We have to get moving on this. Now, who was Samantha's mother's? What was Samantha's mother's name? The witch. What was it?
Bop. I have no idea.
Andorra.
Andorra. Yeah.
Andorra the witch.
Yeah, like she was the definitely bad mother-in-law.
Oh, and then you had to mention Uncle Arthur. Remember, he'd always pop in.
Yeah,
he's like the squirrely one.
Pop in and like he was like, wasn't he like a warlock or something?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, like a squirrely little warlock.
Yeah,
McHale's Navy.
I did not watch McHale's Navy.
You didn't watch it?
No, I did not. Like that was one show. Even though like I was a military family, that was one show we didn't do, but we did watch Gomer Pyle.
I love Gomer Pyle.
Yeah, so like Gomer Pyle was in our repertoire, and all that stuff, and it was interesting because like all these connections of shows. One of the other shows that were connected to where Gomer Pyle came from was actually the Andy Griffith Show.
Yeah,
like the Pyle family was actually in that show, and he actually went into the military and became a Marine and all that stuff. And so he was this like goofy guy that was in the Andy Griffith Show, which was this wholesome, show at the time. Definitely showing, a different story. Like, here's this father raising his son by himself. Right?
Yeah, and they spun off. Remember Captain Kangaroo and Mr. Rogers.
Captain Kangaroo, Mr. Rogers. Those were like all those shows that like came around the Sesame Street time.
Yep.
And the other thing that was like right along the lines of rascals was the Three Stooges.
Oh my God, Larry, Curly, and Mo.
Curly and Mo. Yep. Yeah, they made all kinds of crazy, fun physical comedy. I was just telling my nieces the other day about these, and I was like, "You guys need to watch some of these. I think you guys would love it because they're into that. You know, like I already told you, they like that Barton and farting and belching and all that stuff." And that would be just right up there.
All right, before we end this, this is a perfect ending. Batman and Robin.
Dude, Batman holds a special place in my heart because when I was a baby and I first like started standing, the first time I actually walked was to the Batman theme.
Really?
Batman, right? Well, I got up and stood up on the TV and literally started like shaking my butt, and I'm going to the dun. You can see this little baby doing this right on the TV, and then I literally backed up and walked across the room to my mom to the Batman song. That's how I started walking, was the Batman song. So
you can never ever forget G. Willikers Batman.
G. Williker, Kazan, kapow,
kapow, kaboom.
Yeah,
and then you had to remember the Riddler, the Joker, the Penguin, and you can't ever forget Catwoman.
Catwoman, man, like all those characters were like so cool. I mean, I grew up in the Bay Area, so when that was all happening, like Adam West would like tour around the Bay Area in the Batmobile. And so I got to see it as a little kid and stuff. So that was like super cool. But I mean, to compare that to what we see now in the movies and stuff with all the different Batmans we've experienced, it totally is different, but it was cool.
All right. I had
reflecting on cool
that
shoes.
Was so much fun.
So much fun.
I tell you, we had to go through that pretty quick. And even though it's actually taken us a little bit longer, we could have stayed. We could have went like a whole freaking episode just on some of these shows that we did.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, this is the things that we kill time in the back alley, like just talking about some of the things that we reflect on in our childhood, and how we identified with us and what we did as families compared to other crew members and stuff like that. So,
well, I hope you guys enjoyed that part. But now, Sean, it's time to go around the globe, see the crazy shit that went on in the airline.
Dude, there's always crazy shit going on.
Always.
Yeah. What's going on?
All right. Man was charged with a flash grenade in his carry-on bag. What a dumbass.
Unbelievable.
Really?
Unbelievable. I mean, why do people try to take this? Like, I accidentally forgot my
flash grenade
in the freaking
exactly. Where did I put that damn grenade?
Yeah.
It's in my bag. Oh yeah, there you go. All right, flight bound from for Milan, forced to turn back after a passenger's mid-air tantrum. You know what it was over?
No,
he didn't get his meal choice. No, he did not.
I've seen that in person.
He didn't get his meal choice, and then he was mad because they wouldn't let him sit in the exit row.
Oh, no.
So from all of that, because you didn't get your chicken or beef, then you didn't get in the exit row because you didn't pay. So what he did is that he charged at the flight attendants and tried to storm the cockpit door. Now, that doesn't go over very well.
Yeah, he's going to have a change of lifestyle for sure.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to change of outfits too.
He's the one that actually needs that Hot Wheel track.
He should have had that Hot Wheel check smacked up against his head. Exactly. All right. This one you're going to love. The India passenger urinates on a fellow traveler on a flight to Delhi.
Hell no.
So he got pissed on.
Yeah. That is unbelievable. There's no way.
That ain't happening, man.
That ain't happening.
All right. This one, the passenger got kicked off the plane for using the bathroom when they were taxiing out.
I'm trying to figure out that, like, how many times have we seen a passenger get up and try to go to the bathroom when we're taxiing? That happens all the time. But for you get kicked off,
because he just went inside there, and then they were yelling at him to get out, and he didn't get out, and then they turned back around and they kicked him off the airplane.
Yeah,
because he had to go pee.
Hey, or something else. Obviously, he had to be in there for a while.
Did not want to know that part of it.
Right.
Okay. A passenger was arrested in Chicago trying to go through security with a loaded gun. There we go. He must have been traveling with the guy with the grenade.
Yeah. I mean, what the TSA last year says that we had like 6,700 firearms that were intercepted, and 94% of them were loaded. I mean, that's just...
It doesn't make any sense.
It just blows your mind when you start seeing these statistics on what is really happening and
Well,
what the
especially
TA
when someone says that they made a mistake. There's no way in the world that a gun is going to get near your carry-on bag. That's just stupid.
No.
Dumb. All right, but now this last one we're going to talk about, and it touches on why we're on airplanes. There was an aircraft that caught fire, an engine caught fire, had 200 passengers on it, and it was evacuated safely by the flight attendants.
Yeah, that's why we're here. That's exactly what we do. That's our business. I know that plane had they had a couple of exits that had to be blocked because it wasn't functioning right, the doors or whatever happened. I'm sure it will all come out and report, but I mean, everybody got off safe. There's a few injuries on the slide because I'm sure people were crazy jumping off the slides, but yeah, everything. And that's the reason why we are flight attendants and what we are here to do.
We're not here for we give you the peanut, or not even peanuts anymore, the pretzels
no more peanuts.
And the drinks, but we're here actually when that shit happens to save your ass. And
exactly.
That crew did an excellent job. Everybody got off safe. So that was phenomenal. Let's go to the destination.
Destination. What's the destination this week?
Destination was my pick was Anna Marie Island.
Anna Marie Island.
Anna Marie Island, man. It is a barrier on the Florida Gulf Coast, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Let me tell you something, guys. If you really want to go somewhere just to relax, and I'm not talking about nightlife, I'm not talking about anything else, just that you want to go, you want some really nice beach, you want some areas to walk around, and you want a few places to go eat, but you want it more relaxing than anything. They have white, pristine beaches, the prettiest in the United States, without a doubt. I used to, when I was young, Sean, I used to go to Anna Marie Island and I used to snorkel down there because they had sand dollars, huge sand dollars. Yeah. They were right. You just go, 10, 12 feet out and go down.
The Gulf Coast side of the Florida tends to have a lot more sand dollars, and I don't think I've ever found one on the Atlantic side.
No.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, I used to go there all the time and get those, snorkeling. And then the sunsets are absolutely freaking gorgeous, man. I mean, then again, you have white beaches. It looks like it goes on forever, and you just see the sun going down over the water. And a couple other things that you get to do: kayak with the dolphins, grouper, which what can you say?
Groupers. I love.
It's just grouper. Black and grouper.
I love
any
grouper,
way you want to eat.
Any way you want to grouper tacos, grouper sauteed,
anything.
grouper whatever.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
Anybody that goes down to Florida, lives down in Florida, they know the restaurants to go eat grouper. But again, it's not going to be one place for nightlife. Don't sit there and think that, because you're not going to get that. But what you're going to do is that you're going to get a relaxing time on the beach, Anna Marie Island. It's a must-do, must-see. And then a couple of the restaurants, Sean.
Yeah, you got to talk about the food.
Yeah. Well, this is basically seafood. We could talk about food all you want, but these restaurants anywhere on the coast like that, it's just seafood. And what we just said, grouper. So the Porch is one of the restaurants is known for.
Right.
The Sandbar. And the other one is the Beach House Waterfront Restaurant.
Oh, cool. Yeah, so, all those type of Florida has tons of those nice little fish restaurants. You sit out on the freaking deck and eat your grouper and watch the sunset go down.
Me and you would kill a blackened grouper.
Oh yeah,
and a couple beers. More
than that.
All right, brother. Let's get to the quote.
Yeah. So the quote today is it's. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it.
That is so true. Because anytime that we're on a plane, we have a situation on a plane, right? We always have situations all the time.
Oh, yeah.
10% of it is what happens. 90% is how we react to it.
Yeah. How it's going to develop and where it's going to go is how we react. Because we know as flight attendants, we're trained to diffuse situations. We're not trying to escalate anything, and you can something can get out of hand real quick if you took the opposite approach.
Yep. Hey, you guys, I had a great time this week. I actually had a lot of fun talking about these shows.
Yeah, the reminiscing.
We went down memory lane quite a bit, and that was a lot of fun. I know it's a little bit long today, but it was actually a lot of fun. I enjoyed that one. I loved Gemma's now sleeping in my lap, so she's about ready to go home. So.
Oh yeah. Well, it's time for us to go.
All right, you guys.
See you next week.
We'll see you next week. You guys have a great week. See you.
If you laughed, learned something, or just feel a little bit better about your own job after hearing about ours, do us a favor. Subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode with your weirdest coworker. You know the one. Hit us up on Facebook. Drop your wildest airport story. We just might read them on air. Bonus points if you involve questionable clothing decisions. Until next time, stay strapped in, stay hydrated, and for the love of TSA, keep your clothes on in the terminal.